Right, quickly, let's add the weather to our lines. Let's try with the condition here, temperature with unit. And here, let's try temperature with unit and icon. And on the right side, let's keep current date. And for some reason, it doesn't work. Oh, it does work. Okay, it does work. I did it in wrong inputs. Still a mistake. Where's the mistake? Here. Okay. Yeah, that's actually a horrible place for temperature, because the minus doesn't look like a minus. But what can you do? But the condition in the text form can actually be read here. Here, yeah, on Emery there is a lot of space, but on other platforms not so much. Maybe let's try applied. Come on. So that's the bottom text. It's this and this. And here let's add the condition. Okay, how does it look? Terrible. Why? Yeah, there is no space. That's the problem. There is not enough space. Let's see. Okay, first of all, let's make the space for the date. We'll use lowercase a, which will give shorter name of day of the week. Okay, now let's make this temperature shorter. I know we are losing a bit of information. We're not gonna be as accurate. If I change it to a number from string, they want to do that anyway. But first I have to check what's the range in Fahrenheit, because I have no idea. What's the range? What's the scale? Maybe. What was the language? English, please. Okay. Alright, that's enough for me. I wanted to know if the signed integer is good enough, and apparently it is. And maybe I can also check open Meteo, because in the documentation there was usually a description of the range, the maximum and minimum values. Yeah, I guess it's only for a few of them. Let's see. Information about temperature. Nope. But from what I see here, the signed integer is all that we need. And I mean signed 8-bit integer. It would be like so. Here we will use short digit. It's short, or is it? I think digit is enough. It will do the correct conversion anyway. Here we will take value like so. 8, yes. All right. And here we will round those values. So instead of doing string, we have to round. How do you round in JavaScript? Is it in number or in math? It will be in math. Come on, documentation, please. Yep. Gives an integer. Right, should be it. I still have HTTP here and fixed position, so I have to remove that before committing the code. But let's try building. Oh no. Yes, that's correct. Initialization is wrong. I can't use the not available anymore. We will use zeros for everything except the code. That's very inconvenient. And 0 here is used. Yeah, it's used as a clear sky. How to prevent, because not available was a good indication for a user that the actual value is not available. but now user will see 0, and 0 is a proper temperature. How we should notify user that the temperature is actually not available? I think we need a constant value, like a dummy value, that's very unlikely to be used to mark not available. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, and the same problem is with error. Yeah. So I have an idea. For simplicity's sake, I will change all of them to int 16, which is needed to handle this value. And we'll use max int 16 value to tell that value is not yet provided. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. So it's int 16, and here we're gonna use not available for all of them. Not available will be how to get the max value of int 16. There's a limit header file, but it doesn't have 16 as max integer somewhere. Where is it? Int max, long max, short max. Is there short max? How to get max value of int 16? Actually, I don't know. Let me see. We could define it in binary, but int 16 doesn't necessarily have to be 16 bits long. It's guaranteed that it has at least 16 bits. So I should use a library value anyway, but where it is? Standard int 16 max. It's just defined in standard int. All right. So we're gonna use that as a not available. Now we have to first of all, I will have to wipe memory. Yeah, I can't read the old persistent data because that will mess up the values. I have to have to disable the weather to make those values not available. So I will do that by removing position and changing to HTTPS for now, and I have to put a condition here. If equals not available, then we will print not available, else we print temperature. Do it like so. Okay, here the same. That's for the low. And weather code, same thing. I guess we're gonna use, I think we're gonna use early return pattern here. Might be easier to add to other places like that. Now it's easier to add here, where the code might be unavailable for both the icon and the text. Also the same for air Europe and air US. And with that, I can also remove unknown from here. Which was not used any. And here is convert. All right. It's all coming together. Let's build. Time 18 minutes. Errors. Not available. C stands for Celsius. Not available and not available. All right. So the not available stuff worked. Now I can uncomment this one and index back to some kind of values. Try again. Right. Okay, looks good. Looks good and works as expected. Here's the thing I was thinking about. Also, instead of this big C for Celsius, or using the degree symbol and the C, which takes too much space, I expect people to just have a number and the icon, which is enough and leaves a lot of space for other information here. But if someone really wants to have Celsius, then maybe we can have the degree symbol and the C in the one glyph. And we have one extra space for the same thing that we can use, but for Fahrenheit. But that depends on, and then the unit symbol will use either this glyph or the glyph with the Fahrenheit. But that depends on if we can actually draw it. Because we draw it, it's supposed to be 6 pixels wide, which means we can do degree like so, and then C like so. Something that on that, something like that. Keep it. Yeah, I want to try that. The degree symbol is big enough for it to make sense. Just have to make the C work. Is that the right amount of thickness? Maybe we can make it thicker, but like so, make it look like the degree. No, that's ugly. I want to try that. Okay, save and build. At the same time, I will try to draw the Fahrenheit version. Repeat that. Yeah, it looks okay. Right, and now let me use. Now let me add the code. Temp unit. It would be switch olive. If it's Fahrenheit, that's what we do. Okay. If it's Fahrenheit, then we use Fahrenheit icon unless we use degree icon. That's a degree, which currently points at the degree with the Celsius, and Fahrenheit is 5A. Build. Doesn't look that good. It's way too small. No, not gonna do it. Go back. And here, I guess we're gonna have empty spot for something in the future, but I don't expect to do anything else, anything more for Brutal anytime soon or ever. Remember how it was? It's like that. Let's see in git diff. there is a difference. Can we just revert that? Right, that stays. What else? Let me look at the changes. Okay, so we did not available, we did temperature as an integer. Let's make this a proper version with HTTPS. Now okay, now we have to look at the settings page a bit. I guess this is the last video anyway. I'm gonna look at the settings page, and that will be a release. That will be a release. I might test a bit. Yeah. Or yeah. Let's do that. So let's steal from Jealous. Steal a few things. So first of all, the okay, this part is actually good, but it's I could divide it into bottom and side text. The better way with so many configuration options is to just have a section text with all the descriptions. I know there's a lot of text. Let's see if that's even still accurate. Text lines are divided into side and bottom sections. Okay. Stays unchanged. This was copied without any changes. Icons. I think we have most of the icons. Yeah, only the weather icons don't work on this in the side text. Everything else here stays the same. It's Fahrenheit, not Kelvin. All right. I guess I will just remove that. Vision is described here. Only rectangle display can have a divider. Okay. Let's have weather as a default now. So it will be temperature. We're gonna use unit, and we're gonna use icon and spread operator. Like so. And if that's default, we have to also keep it here and here. That's the new default for the bottom. And the side, I guess side stays the same. Oh, it could be a good idea to add some icons with warnings. Let's do that in the side. Default value again. That's unnecessary now. Okay, and here we take those two. Here. Oh, here. Okay. Remove description. Let's change that. And the default, what should be the default? I think that we can put icons here for the warning, connection, warning and connection. And then we can have battery with battery icon and charging. Yeah, let's try that as a default. That's the new default. I'm not sure what people gravitate towards, but I like when the default shows the possibilities. And one more place for the default value goes here. Now to truly test the defaults, we have to do Pebble wipe, Pebble clean, and build. I will try it on my Pebble. Nope. What's wrong with the defaults? Okay, defaults, they work, but there's not enough space to change default value from capital A to lowercase a. That way it will fit. And side text, why there's no battery here? Looks all right to me. Warning. It's not connection. Warning is connection. Quiet. I meant quiet. It should be Q. Still doesn't say what's wrong. How long is this string? It's 16 characters. What do we have in here? 64. Right, that's enough. Why? About the default. Alright. Let's build again. Yeah, I guess the settings are already stored with the wrong values. Right, I will go to settings page anyway. Yep. See if that works. Okay, color. Let's just play with the color. There should be a toggle. Just change flip colors on black and white. I may do that. 1 second. Alright, so that's section. This part is not separated. It's just not separated. It's strange. Yeah, this looks strange. I will make a separate sections then. So yeah, it would be section text line. Then I need a label here. And the same here for the side text line. No label. Right, the defaults here are all right. Let's change to Fahrenheit. Nah, it's whether it's not going to work anyway. All right. That's the battery. Maybe I want to have battery percentage. And I want to have percentage sign here. People will change that anyway. Just the default. guess the Pebble community is like that. Usually, in the software development, in the software in general, defaults are extremely important because most of the users never change their software, never even goes to settings or anything like that. And I totally get that because my Emacs configuration is almost non-existent. All right. It's better, but I still got it's wrong. One more time. All right. Okay. I'm testing now on my Pebble here, the real hardware. And the weather doesn't work. Oh, that's because I have GPS disabled. Try that one more time. Oh, there we go. Yep, looks like it works. With the defaults and everything. All right. Let's see what happened here. The default description for text. Is that it? Where's the text from Jealous? I think that's it. I think we are ready. Let me check div one more time. HTTPS. Now hard-coded position. Okay. So I say it's ready for release. So what I will do now is what I'm afraid of is that I will deploy it and maybe it will break something for some, like an edge case of something which I didn't predict. On a Pebble around or somewhere, I don't know. So, and the Pebble App Store is not the best place for feedback when I deploy a new version, it's not really visible to users that the new version was deployed. Come on. Something wrong there. Go directly to... Oh, there we go. It's not really visible to people that there was a new release. There's no section with like latest releases or anything like that. So when I deploy it, there will be just extra description saying that there is a weather now, and there will be a version. And the way to get feedback is like discuss on forum, but you need an account there to post comments. And there is a button contact developer with email in the app, mobile app. So what I want to do is to finish the recording, upload it to YouTube, write a note about version 5 in here, like I did about version 4. I will write about version 5, which will explain what happened and why, with links to those videos, and then I will post, and then I will, only then when this will be ready, I will deploy a new version, because deployment triggers notification update on Discord and forum, but only active users are there. So I want to have this page already waiting with explanation. So I have it in one place. I don't have to write it on Discord, on forum, and in multiple places. I want to have it here. And then I will post it on Reddit. And the reason why I post on Reddit informations about my new watch faces when they are released is because I think this comment section here is the easiest way for most users to give a feedback in case there's something wrong. Especially in the first few days, if there's something wrong, people may try to contact me through Reddit, through forum, through Discord, or through GitHub. And I want to make it as frictionless as possible. All right. So I will finish the recording, upload to YouTube, and in the meantime, I will write a message here and then I will deploy. All right. Thank you for watching. If you are here, then you are crazy. It took many hours, or maybe you can see how many hours it took. I don't know. I will post a summary on my website. Okay, see you. Bye.